Hey, what is going on YouTube? Mike here from Team VRY. Now, I've been using the Google Pixel 6 for quite some time now, and I just want to share my long-term thoughts on this phone in this video. Let's get started. Alright, so ever since I got the Google Pixel 3a, I've been a fan of how Google puts their own spin on Android. And when Google announced the Pixel 6, I only felt that it was natural to upgrade to that phone. So yeah, it's been quite a ride. It's certainly seen a lot of ups and downs, and I've actually published a lot of videos on it. I will link those in the description below. And yeah, with that said, let's get started. Right, so one thing I want to talk about in this video is the software updates that we got on the Pixel 6. Now, Google does give priority to monthly updates for all of its Pixel devices, and it was no surprise that we did get regular monthly updates for the Pixel 6. However, there of course have been some times when the updates were delayed, like they came first for the low-end models or the older flagship Pixels, and there's been a lot of speculation that the delayed updates for the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro are because of the new Tensor chip and of course Android 12. So last year Google really made a big deal out of the new Tensor chip, which of course was designed in collaboration with Samsung. And yeah, if you think about it, they're still ironing out the bugs, and we know that there are a lot of bugs in Android 12. But yeah, this led to a lot of interesting moments where people were either really happy with how their Pixel 6 performed, or they were really disappointed with how the device was doing for them. And there were another group of people that were just hoping for fixes in the next coming updates. I think I fall into that third group, because let me tell you, using this phone in the first couple of months was really good. For some reason, I didn't get a lot of the software bugs that people were complaining about, like the uber slow, non-responsive fingerprint scanner, the freezing, the lack of cellular connectivity. For the most part, my device worked really fine, although the fingerprint scanner wasn't the best out there. And then came the February update, which really got on my nerves. So I did do a video on this before. The February update for the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro came with a bug that rendered the Wi-Fi functionality useless. Fortunately though, after that we did get the March update and the April update, and I think that this is the best experience that I've had with this phone. I'm not getting any lag or crashes. The Wi-Fi is consistently good. There's been no more problems ever since, and the fingerprint scanner, I have to say, is a lot more responsive now, and that's even with a screen protector on the phone. Now, moving on, I've also had pretty consistent battery life. When I first got the phone, I only had around 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, but that was because the adaptive battery feature was still kicking in. It was still figuring out what apps I was going to use or was regularly using. And as the months went by, I've gotten really good battery life. 5 to 6 hours of screen on time on a daily basis, and I can even push it to around 7 hours of screen on time if I really stick to casual and moderate use. Now, of course, I do work from home, so this is a big factor. And if I'm outdoors and I'm using a really high screen brightness to see in broad daylight, and I have data and GPS turned on, then of course I'll have to charge a bit earlier. But for the most part, my overall experience with the battery has been really satisfying. Now, overall performance has been pretty good as well. It's been really consistent from day one. The Tensor chip has been impressive. It has no problem handling pretty heavy games. So I've been able to run games like XCOM 2 and Trials of Mana on it, which are impressive because both of those games originally launched on consoles. And to be able to run them seamlessly on the Pixel 6 is nothing short of impressive, to say the least. And yeah, it's just really been satisfying in terms of overall performance. Now, the camera performance has also been consistent. It takes a lot of great pictures, and like I said in a lot of my videos, I'm not an expert photographer. I mostly stick to casual mobile photography, but the Pixel 6 makes the camera really fun to use. There's a ton of great features and editing software that are built into this phone. And yeah, I'm really a fan of how Google handles its camera software, the optimizations that they made to it. Although I will say that while video quality is not the best, it is good on its own for what it can do. But if you're used to the video quality on iPhones or Samsungs, then that's one consideration to keep in mind. Now, last but not the least is build quality. So it does come with Gorilla Glass on both the front and back, and since I've been using a case, it's been mostly safe. But I gotta say that there are times when I use it caseless, and yeah, the Gorilla Glass on the back has held up pretty well, and the side railing, which is of course made out of metal, has also held up very well. There's no scratches or chips in the paint job, and yeah, I think that Google really did a good job with the structural integrity of this phone. Now, if you're wondering if you should get this phone at this point in time, maybe you're up for a new contract or you're looking for something different this year, the Pixel 6 ranks among the best Android phones that you can get right now. I'm not saying that it's the ultimate perfect #1 top contender for best smartphone in the entire universe, but what I'm saying is that based on the experience I have, the performance of the phone, the software features, and the amazing camera are pretty great reasons to get this phone. And yeah, feel free to check out the other videos of this phone that we have on this channel, and let me know your own thoughts on the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro. Sound off in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.